at Deary Brothers Ford on Mormon Trek. Steve Anderson, Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Mike's E-Keys for Cars. G.G. Carr and his crew at Supple's Building and Remodeling. Supple's Flowers, home of 1-800-800-ROSE. The Midtown Family Restaurants. Harty and Stocker Jewelers, 101 South Dubuque Street, downtown Iowa City. Diamond Dreams Sports Academy. Senior Benefits. Premier Automotive in North Liberty, the Ox Yoke Inn of the Amanas. Streets Maintenance. Dr. Lance Forbes, Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids, and Big Dog Tech Solutions. Here's Tom Suter, and from HawkFanatic.com, Pat Harty.
All right. Thanks, Cap.
You're welcome.
Ray, this has been one of the finest programs in your
No.
60 years.
Not even close.
Not even close?
It hasn't been a good show so far today?
Just awful. Just terrible.
Who are you blaming?
Hunter.
So when this show doesn't work today...
It's Hunter.
Okay.
What if this one doesn't work? Me?
Yeah, that's what I meant. We're off the hook, Pat.
It'll be me the moment I leave the door. Well, you can't beat the weather, though.
No, that's our...
I made the mistake of going to the mall yesterday because I had to get some stuff that's just out there.
Yeah.
And it was so freaking hot out there and so busy. I could not believe... You couldn't... It was like bumper cars in the parking lot. You couldn't find a place to park. I'm like... what?
At the mall?
Yeah. And I asked my buddy, a friend of mine who owns the A&W out there, and he said Sundays are like this. But there was also little kids hockey out there.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of that. It was just... The place was just... bustling with activity. Places that are normally not busy in the food court had lines 20 deep. I mean, it was strange. I kept wanting to talk to my friends because both the husband and wife who they were there working, but every time I'd go around and make a loop, there was like 8 customers in line. That's just how busy it was yesterday. I could not believe it.
Well, that's good.
Well, it was not good. I was miserable out there.
That's good for the business.
Yeah.
Commerce.
Oh, yeah.
Commerce.
I get you. Commerce. Yeah, I helped. I bought some socks.
You did?
And shoelaces and a few other things.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just was amazed at how busy it was. I mean, when I pulled in there, it was like Christmas. You had to look for a place to park. It was that busy.
Wow.
Yeah, then people bitch about going downtown.
I know Shields was packed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just people climbing all over in Shields, and I'm sure that's because they advertise with us in Your Prep Sports and everything. Hawk Fanatic.
I'm sure.
I'm sure that's where most of their business.
Best Buy is selling seriously, Best Buy is selling like 32 and 48-inch TVs for like $70.
I may just end up getting. Mine are both working fine, but at some point, if I wait long enough, they'll pay me to go in there and buy one.
Well, yeah, I mean, honest to God, $70 to $90
ridiculous.
for
you know what that shows you how cheap they get them to make now.
Exactly.
Well,
I mean,
it also shows you how much money they make off of grabbing your information and what you're watching.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
They're going to be bored with what I'm watching.
Yes, they are.
There'll be a big question mark on the worksheet for you.
What is up with this guy?
This guy is
Andy Griffith and...
I'll tell you what, though. I tried to give sports this week. There just wasn't very... Those women's games on yesterday were just brutal.
They were all...
one was like the Penn State women. Between the two of them, they had like 3. It was just brutal. I couldn't find anything interesting to watch. I did watch a little bit of Butler men versus who was Butler playing? And I think they lost. Seton Hall. I think Seton Hall ended up winning at Butler. They're 4-10 or 4-11, and they're not having a very good year with Thad Matta this year. It'll be interesting to see, how they choose going forward, because Butler's been struggling for a while now. But I watched a little bit of that. I think Iowa State women were on against somebody that was boring. I mean,
there was only one good women's.
And which one was it?
Maryland 76, OSU 75.
Oh, Maryland came back and won that.
They did.
When I was watching that, they were down by like 9. Brenda Freeze was just screaming at her player, and I just kind of forgot about that one. But even that one to me would have gotten boring after a while. If I don't have a connection, that's a big win for Maryland, though, man. I think they're 20-6 now. I think their record is 20-6 now.
21-6.
21. Okay, and all their losses, I believe, are they all in conference play? Are they 8-6 in the conference?
I believe they are.
Yeah. So yeah, Maryland's a team to watch.
No, they're 9-6.
Oh, they're 9-6 now. Okay, so
Yeah.
they were 8-6 so they've won 3 in a row because at one point they were 6-6.
Yeah.
Because I remember turning the TV on one time and I'm like, wow, Maryland's 6-6, but she's a good coach.
She is.
That's a big win for them because I believe was that in Ohio? Was that in Columbus?
That I'm not sure.
I think it was, if I remember correctly. I thought it was in Columbus.
Then UCLA had a nail biter.
Who'd they?
92-48 over Indiana.
Jesus, God, Indiana has really won in the tank.
Man.
What has USC done since beating Iowa? How have they?
The women are 8-6 in conference and 16-9 overall. So they're
going to make
doing
the tournament.
pretty well.
Yeah, they're going to make the tournament. So,
yeah,
but yeah, as far as the men game Saturday, I'll give it. The crowd was there. That place was rocking. It looked really cool, and there were not many empty seats. Now there were probably at least, I'd say, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 Purdue fans. Would you say?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
No, I don't think so.
They were in different little pockets, but still, though, there were still close to 14,000 Iowa fans there. They were ready. They were energized, but then Purdue just took the fans out of the game pretty much from start to finish.
They really did.
Iowa never really made any serious run after Purdue built a little bit of a cushion.
It was 7-7, and then after that,
well, then wasn't Iowa ahead 16-12 at one point?
Oh, were we really?
I remember looking at Iowa's last league or whatever.
I think. It was.
But then by halftime, though, you could tell that they were slowly and methodically picking them apart, and then. Of course, afterwards, it was interesting. There was Ben was asked a question, and fair question. I mean, that's some guy named Bart Torvik, who I've never heard of. Didn't he? I thought didn't he host game shows in the 70s?
He's one of those.
That was Bert Cup.
Oh.
He's one of those metrics.
Okay, yeah, metric guy. And I get it. Yeah. They all have a place in sports. Don't get me wrong. And I guess Iowa for the last month or so has been trending bad in defense. They're out of the 160 now, defense. And Ben was made aware of that, and he thought that was really interesting. Because I'm sure Ben would love to say to his players, part of the reason we're not winning is defense. Yes, you always got to play better on defense. I get that. And I'm sure Bart Torvik's metrics are great. But the eyes don't lie. If you watch Iowa, and if you look at this team objectively, their problems are on offense. They're not a very good offensive team.
No,
right
they're
now.
not.
They're just not a very good offensive team. They've gone 3 games right now. I don't know if I ever can remember this happening. 3 games where only Bennett, Sturts, and Tavian Banks have scored in double figures, and Banks just missed it against Purdue. He had 9. That's just a wild stat. And then their starters had 3 assists the other day.
Yeah.
And I asked Ben if that's something that were kind of a reflection of what you're going, and he's like, yes. They're just so stagnant on offense right now.
We can't get a 3 to go down to save our soul, except for Bennett.
Yeah, and poor Brendan Hawson, man. That guy gets more unfriendly rim rolls of any shooter I've ever seen. And the fact that Trevin Jurek was put in there, he's the biggest guy on the team. He wasn't put in for defense. He's not a very good defensive player right now. He was put in to try to breathe a little life in the offense, which he did. And I like the fact that he forced a couple shots. He is not afraid of the moment. He took a couple ill-advised shots, and Ben had to get him out, but that's better than a guy who's afraid. He was out there battling. That kid was out there busting his butt.
Well, he drained
that 3, and they were down 30-15 at that time. Yeah, so they couldn't have been up 6. What was the score at that point? Yeah, I think it was 30-15. So they were not ahead 16-12. And then that made it 30-18, if I remember correctly, and that gave them.
I thought they were.
I thought they were too. I thought the stat sheet said Iowa's largest lead, but whatever. Iowa was ahead for a little bit early in the first half, but by midway through the first half, you could argue that the game was
well
essentially over.
Yeah.
I asked Halas, who was sitting next to me, I go, do you think they trimmed this to within 3 in the second half? And he's like, no. And Mike's usually sometimes willing to give Iowa that. He goes, no. He goes, I just don't feel it. And I'm like, well, I sort of still did, but he was right. I mean, the second half most of it was inconsequential. It was just the last 10 minutes Iowa made a little bit but it was over. Purdue got really conservative those last 5 minutes of the game. They just were like, we're not letting this thing go away. Remember, Nebraska came back within 3.
But were up by 27 at one point.
I think that was their largest lead. Well, they won by 21. So it was just a disappointing effort. Not effort. I'm not going to ever question this team's effort. Disappointing performance on both sides.
For sure.
But way worse on offense. They've got some serious issues they got to work out on offense. You can't just have one guy scoring You only had 19. That's, I guess they needed him to get in the 30s again to where they could get, make the game competitive. But
so we lose by 15.
He just can't do that every game.
No.
Alvaro and Cam and Brendan, those guys, Cooper, those guys got to start giving them more points, more life on offense, giving them more leverage to where it was interesting. What Painter said after the game, in the first game against Purdue, they spent way too much time focusing on Sturts, and that allowed Cale Combs, Tate Sage, and Tavian Banks, they combined for 9 threes. I remember in that game, Combs had the game of his life. This game, they decided to back off Sturts a little bit. Of course, you don't just back off him, but he said they overdid Sturts in the first game. This game, they focused more on the other guys.
And it worked.
Hello.
I watch all of Iowa's games on TV, and over the last couple seasons, I can really see the refs going towards more like NBA calling fouls. There's a lot of fouls, I think, that they don't call.
On just Iowa, or on against Iowa, or on both sides?
Just both sides.
Okay, to be honest with you, I'm okay. I don't mind them letting them play as long as they do it fairly. Because I hate touch fouls. I hate it when there's 40 fouls in a game. I didn't have any problems with the officiating in Saturday's game. I didn't even think about it. Did you?
No, I didn't think it was a factor.
No, did you think it was a factor in Saturday's game?
No, it wasn't a factor. But I was turning around to other college games, and I think maybe someone could check it out. There's more scuffles and brawls breaking out, and I think it's because they're letting them play a lot rougher.
That could be. There was a nasty brawl in the St. John's.
Boy, there was.
And that guy got a 3-game.
In Providence, was it?
Providence. That guy got a 3-game suspension. You could have argued he should have gotten more. It was really blatant what he did. So yeah, that's obviously an interesting point. I hadn't really thought about it, but to me though, basketball in this age is sort of a physical. You've got guys that are so big, so athletic. You're going to collide, and it's almost like holding in football. You could probably call it on every play.
Yeah.
Just like in basketball, you could call a check foul on every play. But do you want it to be over? I get what he's saying, but I figure they need to find a good balance.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, guys. So
Morning.
We never led in that game at all. We got it. The closest it was 7-7, and then Purdue went on a 12-0 run.
A big run.
I must have read the.
And you're looking at a 19-7 score.
Yeah, I must have read the stat. I thought I saw something that said 16-12 when I just glanced at it. But I didn't.
7-7 was.
I do remember 7-7.
7-7.
And then didn't it get to? Then it got to all of a sudden it was 13-7. I think they made. I don't know if they made back to back. No, that's right.
They went on a roll.
Yeah. I should have brought the stat sheet in. I saw it. I must have just looked at it wrong, but I never mentioned that in my story. It didn't matter. It didn't. It didn't matter. So, because did Purdue score the first points in the game? Didn't they?
I believe so.
Yeah. If Iowa never.
So yeah, I think that.
Well, if Iowa never led, then
Purdue got a free throw, and then they got the next basket. So I think they were up 3-0 at one time.
That's right, because it did get off to a slow start on both sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I just know when Urich made that three, it was 30-15 when he shot that. And that brought it down to 30-18 and brought a little life back, but then it just didn't matter.
What I didn't understand on that game, Pat, is how do you only shoot 38% at home? That to me
you missed your shot.
That was baffling.
Well, Purdue was playing good defense.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, no, Purdue was really playing good. Bennett didn't get a lot of open looks until late. You remember, Bennett did a lot of his scoring late in the game when it was pretty much over. But no, Purdue's defense was really good.
Yeah, and Brando was saying on television, he kept saying that the crowd was waiting for something to erupt on, and we just never got it. So the crowd was pretty much sitting on their hands, according to him.
Well, in the second half, I think the crowd knew. I looked up, there were people leaving with 12 minutes to go in the game.
Oh, my God, it was so over.
Yeah, it just never felt like it was going to be a run once the second. I thought second half, once it started, I think I was going to make a run.
How far down were we at half? I can't remember.
I cannot remember the score at half.
Was it 15 or?
Hold on a second, I can tell you.
God, I wish I would have brought the stat sheet in. I had it sitting right on the table there.
But I didn't feel that there was any opportunity for us to win that game at halftime. I didn't feel that.
I didn't think they were going to win, but I didn't think they were.
At half, we were down 36-25.
Yeah, they're down by 11.
That's 11.
And I thought at half they were going to get it down to within 5 or 3, but Halas didn't, and he was right.
Well, we got the ball to start the second half, and it was an empty possession, and then Purdue went down and scored. So
Yeah.
I think that just kind of set the trend for the second half as well, that we just didn't have it at all, like you said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But at least we got him back yesterday with the wrestling.
Yep. 32-6.
Great.
There you go.
Man, I don't know if you watched any of the wrestling, but those commentators they had, oh, my God.
No.
We talked about them being, college kids, but it was bad. It really was. It's just they had two people on there that didn't seem to have a real grasp on what wrestling was, that maybe they read some stuff in a book somewhere, but they really didn't have a clue. But anyway, we beat Purdue, and that was a good time.
Well, good. They needed it, and they did.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all. I just wanted to catch up on what I knew about the game yesterday. So hopefully we can rebound from this like the women did when they went on their little losing streak, and
hope so.
Get into the tournament and be a little stronger than we were yesterday or on Saturday.
Fingers crossed, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen, you guys have a great day like always. Thank you for taking my call.
Take care.
Yeah, no, it was not a good day.
I am so sick of people posting, they beat Drake. Get off.
I don't see any of that anymore. Where do you see that?
On Facebook.
Oh, see, I'm not on Facebook. Yeah, I haven't. They're 8-6 and 18-7. If someone told you that before the season, I think we'd all be happy.
I think we all would have been happy.
But yeah, I haven't seen that Drake narrative. Their best player is from Drake, so that doesn't even make sense. Their best player by far, their second best player is from Drake, Tavion Banks. God, if they didn't have the Drake guys, they'd be really hurting.
Oh, we would be.
So that narrative is just stupid.
Worse than we were last year.
Yeah.
And we've already got more wins.
My whole thing has been just get in the tournament. I know some people have said, well, that's got us. They're not on the bubble right now. They're still in.
Yeah.
If they're 2 games over 500 in the conference, they're in the NCAA tournament. Now, that doesn't mean you can relax. They got to win. They got to win tomorrow night because, they get up. They could quickly be back at 500 in the conference play.
And then the bubble starts being talked about.
Oh, yeah,
again.
500, you're on the bubble.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've got Nebraska. Then isn't it at Wisconsin?
I think that's right. It is.
I'm like Kirk. I'm an old mule with blinders on.
Nebraska,
1 game at a time.
And then at Wisconsin is right.
Yeah, that at Wisconsin to me is going to be as hard as tomorrow.
Well, we need to win one of these next 2.
I think they're better chances tomorrow.
Well, and you could be right.
Wisconsin's playing really good ball right now.
They are.
And they're at home, and Iowa's never really had a lot of success up there. And, this is a really difficult stretch. They could find themselves back at 500 in Big Ten players.
Yes, they can.
If they're not careful. They just got to play better. They got to play better on offense. They got to start making some shots.
Yeah.
They got to start helping other players make shots. Sturtz had 1 assist.
Yeah, and that's not good enough.
No, Cooper Koch has got to start being more consistent as a shooter. He's got to get – they just need guys – I can't imagine what Ben goes through every game wondering, gee, is Alvaro going to get me 0 or 10 tonight? What am I going to get? That's tough.
It is. And, I've been disappointed with it. I was disappointed Saturday. I thought we would – I did not expect to win.
I didn't either.
But I did expect to at least
I
play
gave him a
hard
chance to win. I gave him a chance to win. I'll give him – Halas again was right. He just – he just didn't feel it, and he was right about it. And like his column said – it kind of exposed this team's limitations. I knew size was going to be a problem on defense, and it's definitely a problem on defense. But you can't make these guys bigger. You just can't. And Cam Manuel's kind of their big. He's a skinny 6'8.5", 6'9", 4.
And Cam works his butt
off. He works
off.
his butt off, and sometimes he's really good. But right now Trevor Jurek is their biggest kid, but he's not ready defensively.
No.
But the fact you're seeing him and you're seeing Hassan a lot more now. Ben's looking for solutions on offense. He's sacrificing a little bit on defense right now because they got to get this offense going. What's his name again?
Torvik.
Now I'm going to be butchering that for the rest of it. I'd never heard of the guy until I'm like, who is this guy? And Ben knew right away who he was talking about. And you had heard of him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Had you ever heard of Bart Torvik?
No.
I had never heard of Bart Torvik.
I'm not.
And I'm sure there's people making fun of me for that. You call yourself a sports writer? You never heard of Bart Torvik? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'd heard of G.G. Allen, but not Bart Torvik. What do you think of that?
I think that's.
I think it's fair to say those two have never been said in the same sentence before. Bart Torvik and G.G. Allen never come up before.
You think Bart ever did any analytics on Gigi's career? But no, I'd never heard of the guy. And then but they're outside of his 160 on defense, and by God, their defense was not. I thought their defense was worst at Maryland because Maryland's not near as good as Purdue. And a lot of what Maryland did was just really athletic guys driving and slicing through 2 or 3 defenders who weren't quick enough to stay in front of them. That's how they scored. Purdue ran a lot of really well-executed sets and reversed the ball and what have you. But no, defense is still this team's biggest strength by far.
And then that Maryland team that we lost by 11 to Rutgers.
Was it at Rutgers?
I imagine so.
I imagine it so. Yeah, still. Yeah, that just shows you this has been 2 bad games. But like Ben acknowledged, he knew this was not going to be easy. This is one of those little valleys. Luckily, they've won enough up to this point to where they've got a little bit of cushion. But they're running out of cushion.
They are.
That's where we are. Running out of cushion.
We cannot be done with wins. We got to get it.
They got to win at least 10
more. Yeah.
They got to get at least 2 more. You'd feel much better with 3 more. 11 and 9. You know, I mean, but 11 and 9, you're probably an 8 and 9 seed in the
probably.
Though you could maybe change that with a run in the tournament. But the way they're playing offense right now, it's hard to see them making a run in the Big Ten tournament day to day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Going back to back and what have you. But we also don't want to overreact. Again, like what I wrote yesterday, they got to get this offense figured out. But they still are 18 and 7.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good record if you just look at the big picture. But they're just trending downward right now. These last 2 games have been very disappointing. That's kind of
there's no other way to put it. Yeah, it has been very disappointing.
I like overreaction.
I know you do.
Yeah.
So what do you fire them all? Clean house.
I've never been a fire.
I know. I'm
anybody.
kidding.
Yeah.
Well, no. None of us came out and said, "Fran, you got to fire him." I was even saying, "Hey, I'd give him 1 more year. Maybe have to make some staff changes and maybe make a concerted effort to reach out to the public again." But I was okay with giving Fran another year, record-wise. I really was. And so, no, I'm not big on that. To me, that's always the last. I see what the mess that Kansas State's going through now with basketball.
That's just ridiculous.
State?
Yeah, they fired their guy. Now they don't want to pay him what they owe him, and they're trying to. It looks like they're looking for little areas where he may have violated his contract. We're talking about $19 million.
Oh, he's going to.
He'll sue and he'll get it.
He'll get it.
He'll get it. At least he'll get a big chunk of it, as he should.
All right. Well, here's was his quote. Okay.
Jerome Tang, isn't that his name?
Jerome Tang.
Remember Tang, the drink?
Yeah.
What'd that have to do? Wasn't
that
space? Astronauts
they drink that in space.
What
it's powdered, and they can add water to it.
Oh, okay. All right, Suter. Go.
All right, here's was his quote.
That got him fired.
This was embarrassing. These dudes did not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. We have practice at 6 a.m. on Thursday. We will get this thing right. I have no answers and no words.
I mean, that's throwing your players under the bus, but we watched Alford do that for 7 years.
Yeah, I mean, that to me shouldn't have got him fired.
I don't think it should have maybe gotten called into the office. Hey, come on, let up on the kids a little bit. You're part of this too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an excuse too. They don't want to pay him $18.1 million.
But that shouldn't cost him. That quote should not have cost him. I mean, now if I'm his players, I'm a little pissed. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. I think he'll.
I didn't think that should get him fired.
No, I remember when Alford that time when Jared.
There's lots of coaches that throw the players.
Well, when Jared Reiner struggled at the Big Ten tournament up against Ohio State's big man, I remember in the post game I was all set to write something else, and then Alford just threw Reiner under. He just didn't throw. Just not only threw him under the bus, drove over it back and forth. Yeah. And I felt so bad for Jared Reiner. And to me, that was Alford's big fault. He just could not resist throwing players under the bus during bad times, and that's what Tang did. Now he didn't mention anyone. He just said these dudes.
I didn't think that.
I didn't think that deserved to be fired, but he deserved to be brought into the office. Hey, you can't talk like that. It's not fair to your players. You know, the buck stops with you. And I will say, McCollum at the end the other day when he was all done talking, he goes, "You guys, this ultimately comes down to me. I'm the one to blame." I like that. When the coach, Kirk used to do that a lot early on in his run too. This ultimately comes down, I'm the head coach.
Oh, he's
I'm
right.
the one responsible. Yeah, he is right. Yeah. A lot of coaches don't acknowledge that, though, publicly. They don't want to. Yeah. But Ben did that the other day, and I think that's reassuring to the players. So, no, I'm in no panic.
If we do a bad show, it all comes down to Hunter.
I know that. We know that. I mean, and Hunter accepts it. Do you accept it, Hunter? Whatever he said. He gave you a whatever.
100%.
Kind of dismissive. So did you stay for the whole game?
Yeah.
Did you go home and watch it again?
No.
Can you imagine that?
No.
Just you take a shot of scotch every time Iowa misses a shot.
Misses a 3, I'd be passed out on the ground in the 6-minute mark of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, and some of those 3 they were open.
Yeah, they got to make them.
They just got to make them, But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Nebraska's got momentum. This is a great season, and the Price Sanford angle. I bet Price is going to be under. I'm guessing he's going to be feeling a little bit of pressure to really play well tomorrow. That could work against him.
It could, or it could be.
It could light him on fire.
16-3, 16 of 17.
So, all right, what's your gut feeling now? You think they win?
No,
I don't either right now, but I also don't think they win at Wisconsin. But I think they have a better chance of winning tomorrow than they do at Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope that we turn things around and we start hitting some shots and start feeling better.
I do too, selfishly, business-wise, because I notice when they lose, there ain't near as much traffic on the website.
No.
People don't want to be reminded about why they lost.
No, they don't.
And so, yeah.
Well, if it's that bad of a loss.
Plus, the weather's beautiful. There's so many reasons not to want to read, right? The weather's beautiful. They got beat by 21. People are doing other things. But that was just an opportunity. If they would have just played well, I think the fans would have left that arena with a little bit of pride. I'm sure
if we'd lost by 7 or 8 points, I could have walked out of there saying, we played them tough.
But you were probably pretty discouraged when you.
It was a whitewashing.
What was kind of the tone of the fans around you? Did you hear any?
No, there wasn't a lot. It was kind of resigned.
Yeah.
Because the game was over in the first half, really. I mean, we were 11 at halftime.
Yeah, for some reason,
but didn't feel like
I thought the halftime margin was wider than 11. But no,
because it felt like it was.
Yeah, it did feel long because Iowa made a couple baskets kind of late, got it within. But for some reason I thought it was 15 at halftime.
I did too.
But no, the one score I do remember for sure was the 30-15 when Urich took that 3 and made it. That made it 30-18, and then that was really the last time it seemed like.
But that really got the fans saying, "Wow!"
But then look
this
at
is great.
Okay, it was 30-18, and what was halftime? 35-26.
Yeah.
So even after that, Iowa outscored them 6-5 to close the first half. That's why I had a little bit of hope. It looked like they were figuring things out a little bit because they had cut a little bit into the deficit. But then in the second half, they needed.
So when we got the ball to start the second half, did we even get a shot off, or did we turn it over? We had almost no turnovers. That's another thing. We had 5 turnovers.
Tom, you don't make a lot of turnovers when you don't really try to do anything.
Well, that's true too.
And Purdue had 5 turnovers, and I think Iowa had 6.
6, okay.
Like Painter said afterwards, they kind of washed each other out. They weren't a factor. But no, Iowa's really good at protecting the ball. But it's easier to protect the ball when you don't have guys trying to create their shots. There's just a lot of careful passing and a lot of Sturt's ball handling. And no, they do a good job of valuing the ball. They just don't do a good job of putting it in the basket right now.
It seems like they're waiting for Bennett Sturtz
to
do something rather than creating something themselves.
If they don't get if one of the supporters doesn't get a shot within the first 12 to 15 seconds of the shot clock, then I think they all turn to, okay, Bennett, it's yours.
Yeah.
And they can't do that.
Well, we tried. You got to get it, dude.
I mean, Iowa never did that with Ronnie Lester.
No.
I mean, and so no, they can't do that. Yes, I've been writing about it for a week now. They have to get more versatility and depth on offense. They got to get some more scores.
They do.
That's just it. They got to get the Koch, Fulgaris, even Cam with as many minutes as he plays. He's got to score more. Those guys got to start scoring. Isaiah Howard, he had 4 assists, Isaiah Howard and Tate Sage never got into Saturday's game. Really.
They did not.
They never really figured a way to get into that game.
Nope.
They just never did.
Well, you talked about it before that Matt Painter said, we're going to take these other guys out and make them beat us, and
they did.
Couldn't.
Now, Tavian, he had 9, had a few rebounds, and a couple times he kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit and was battling things. But no, Tavian is there. He's
the
only other player.
And missed 2 free throws.
Tavian, yeah. Ever since he missed that one, he's gotten worse since the street pressure ended. You know,
he has. Yeah.
He's missed at least 4 free throws since that. But still, Tavian Banks is he's their second best. He's their second best player.
Oh my God, I wish we had him another year.
I do too.
He's a gamer, man.
And he's tough. He plays with an edge. He guards multiple guys. He can make threes. He can score at all 3 levels.
He's tough.
He is their second best player, and he's by far their toughest player.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, no, he really is. So yeah, I've got no blame for him for anything, and we're not really here to deposit blame or distribute blame, but they got problems. They got to get this offense fixed. Yeah. I know I'm going
simple as that. Yeah,
Tom, 57 points. That's Licklider.
Well, Licklider would have been 47.
But no, 57 is.
No, you're right.
That was when you get below. When you're scoring fewer than 60 points in this day and age in a game where now it'd be different if Purdue would have scored 61 but that was not a real slow-paced game, and yet they still only scored 57. They made 6 of 22 threes, and they shot 38% from the field.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They're just not making shots.
That is terrible. And it's too bad. I mean, because I'm happy with this team.
Me too.
And I think overall they have perhaps overachieved a little bit where I thought they would be.
Yeah, because right now, again, they're still firmly in the NCAA tournament with 2 games above 500, 18-7. A lot of teams would love to be 18-7.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Well, should we take our break?
Why not?
And we'll be right back?
Maybe.
Really?
Okay.
1-800-800-ROSE. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country. 1-800-800-ROSE. It's so easy. Just remember one number. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist. 1-800-800-ROSE. Remember,
for a gift that your loved one will treasure for a lifetime, find it at our family-owned jewelry store in Iowa City, Hertine and Stocker Jewelers.
We can show you diamond engagement rings, colored stones, fashion jewelry, and watches.
Our jewelers are on site, so we can design jewelry for that special person in your life.
We are Hertine and Stocker, serving Iowa City and the surrounding area for 3 generations.
Hertine and Stocker Jewelers, downtown Iowa City, and HertineandStockerJewelers.com. Ask for Willa, Terry, Tim, or Kate. One of us is always there.
Don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
You take great care to maintaining your home or business inside and out. But maybe, just maybe, there's something missing. Something that makes your home stand out among the others in your neighborhood. Something that makes your business pop and increases traffic. Something that you can change and customize at your command. Well, there's a solution, and that's Illuminlight's permanent outdoor lighting from Big Dog Tech. Illuminlights provides illumination for every occasion. Holiday lighting, accent lights, security, and of course lighting for all your favorite sports. The Illuminlights app lets you create your own patterns with color, motion, brightness, and static control over every individual light, or use Big Dog's presets to transform your home or business. The professionally installed track system makes Illuminlight's LEDs virtually disappear until you turn them on. Rated at 50,000 hours, you'll enjoy stress-free convenience for years to come. For more information about Illuminlight's permanent outdoor lighting, go to BigDogTEK.net or give them a call at 319-395-0800. That's 319-395-0800.
Hi, I'm Jim Street, owner of Streets Maintenance. As a licensed, insured, and bonded master plumber, I specialize in all plumbing repairs, including but not limited to water heater and sump pumps to toilet and faucet repairs and replacements. As an Iowa City native, I know how frustrating it can be when any part of your plumbing system breaks down. That's why I only use trusted brands and quality materials. I offer same-day, next-day service coupled with a fair price. I also offer general services to mobile homes. For more information about my business, I'm online at streetsmaintenance.com and Facebook, or give me a call at 400-4483, 400-4483.
Streets Maintenance, honest plumbing at a fair price.
Hawkeye fans, you love watching the black and gold.
You know Hawkeye Black and Gold. As a Hawkeye fan, there are no better colors than the Hawkeye Black and Gold. Hi, I'm Steve Anderson. When you're buying, selling, or refinancing your property, consider the green and white team, Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Give us a call at 351-8600. Hawkeye Title and Settlement. The team you love, the people you trust.
Don't let just anyone take care of your smile. At Diamond Dental, you can expect compassion, expertise, and a personalized care plan to protect your teeth for life. With more than 30 years of combined experience, Dr. Forbes and his staff are prepared to tackle even your toughest dental problems, leaving your smile healthy and sparkling. Diamond Dental offers a full range of general and cosmetic dentistry, as well as dental treatment options for snoring and sleep apnea. It's never too early to start thinking about what's best for your smile. Schedule an appointment today by calling 319-390-3703 or visiting the office at 5815 Consul Street Northeast, Suite D1 in Cedar Rapids. You can also visit DiamondDentalPC.com for more information. Dr. Forbes is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and the Inner Circle. Let the Diamond Dental team provide superior care for your entire family.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying, hit a deer, call Premier for years. And it works. Deer divots and dings do damage, but Premier Auto will do right by you. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Do yourself a favor. When your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier. The deer don't like Premier, but you will. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Hit a deer? Call Premier.
Diamond Dream Sports Academy, 20,000 square foot indoor facility, holds 8 batting cages, space for infield work, space for throwing and pitching and all your arm care needs. Offers private instruction, group lessons, camps and clinics, leagues, memberships. Rentals available at Diamond Dreams is open to the public.
Our top level instructors include former professional, college, and Olympic athletes. Our coaches will help these athletes achieve their full athletic potential, develop a strong work ethic, and a solid base to build. The last thing you want to do is look back and wish you had worked or played harder.
Locally owned and established in 2005, Diamond Dreams is Eastern Iowa's premier training facility. Located at 2905 Stoner Court, North Liberty. Call today and reserve your time. 319-665-2173. 319-665-2173.
When you go to a family restaurant, you want 3 things. 1, a wide selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. 2, you want those selections to be affordable and delicious. And 3, you want to be treated like family. You get all 3 at the Midtown Family Restaurant. Breakfast items available anytime the doors are open. Legendary tenderloins, onion rings, and hot roast beef sandwiches. Daily specials at each location, and no matter if you're coming in solo or with a group of 20, you get the same special family treatment. The Midtown Family Restaurants at Court and Scott Streets and at the Walmart Plaza on Highway 1 West. Follow them on Facebook or at MidtownFamily.com. The family's waiting for you. GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit Supples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246.
Hi, this is Tiffany at Senior Benefits. Are you confused with Medicare questions, anything having to do with Medicare? I take care of all Medicare customers, people under 65. I also do life insurance, long-term care, cancer insurance. I'm here to help you navigate any questions that you may be having or frustrations and anxiety that you may have with Medicare or insurance in general. Give me, Tiffany Rao, a call at 319-631-4795.
When someone is kind enough to share their time with us, we better make it worth their while.
They don't want to do people call it the game, right?
Patrick Gades and Terry Adams of Dairy Brothers Ford talk about what here for you means to them.
You don't have to spend a half a day in our dealership to get that good competitive price. We just want to try to deliver that to you up front.
And that makes me feel good, makes me proud.
Because that's what people want. They want a fair, honest deal.
As far as a statement here for you, we want to not just say it, but live it.
Find out what it means to you at Dairy Ford in Iowa City.
Your favorite place to eat in the Amana Colonies can be your favorite place to work. The Oxyokin's nearly 90-year reputation for quality extends beyond our food and service. We think the working environment, training, wages, benefits, work schedule, no late hours, close at 8 p.m., and our Ox family are the best of any independently owned and operated restaurant in the area. Come meet the team. Apply for cook, baker, food server, or bartender, and have lunch, dinner, or Sunday brunch on us. Is it worth the short drive? I guarantee it. We are searching for the best, and that means you. Apply today, in person or online at oxyokin.com. Oxyokin, an Amana Colony's tradition since 1940, in the heart of Amana.
From the Harty and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Harty and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Meteorologist Brandon Bormans. Unseasonably mild weather to continue for the next several days, really. Increasing sunshine for today with highs in the mid-60s. For tonight, increasing clouds with lows near 42. On Tuesday, there will be more clouds around and more of a breeze, but still quite mild with highs in the mid-60s, low to mid-60s on Wednesday. That's the forecast on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Right now, it's 50 degrees.
KCJJ weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
We're back.
Hard to believe that got a women's basketball game tipping off in an hour and 12 minutes.
Yeah, and my TV just went dead.
What? At home?
I got this. I said, TV won't work. Will it turn on? Yes, but it goes black. Unplug it, I said, and wait 30 seconds, so I'll see.
You've got YouTube, right?
I got YouTube,
You don't have MediaCom anymore, though, for TV.
Yeah, but that's not going to make it go black.
It made mine go black. I mean, I had lots of times.
Okay, what if it went black and it doesn't come back?
Well, I don't know. I got rid of MediaCom. There were lots of times when mine went black and...
No, it's never gone black.
Well, that
now.
ain't good.
No, it ain't good. I got the TV, I got the transmitter, the engineer's coming today to take us down.
Hawks at 11.
Tomorrow I got REC coming to take us down. Just take us down already.
And you got the Hawks at 11.
I got the Hawks at 11. I don't if I...
You can watch it out here. Can't you watch it out? It's on Fox. Do you get Fox out here?
Yeah. Yes. We get the basic channels.
You going to have it on, Hunter? You going to have the game on? There you go. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Now, they're doing this to maximize viewership on President's Day. I mean, primetime audience. It's on Fox. I get it, but it is kind of an annoying time.
It is. But
not many things
President's Day and all that crap.
But not many things are open. No banks are open today, are they?
No.
There's really mail. You don't get any mail today, do you?
Well, we don't get mail very often anyway.
Well, I don't. I mean, I go days without getting mail. Then other days I'll get home
and then you get a
stuff.
blob. Yeah. It's weird.
And I have people say that I mail stuff to in Iowa City. Hey, I got your thing. I'm like, really? I mailed that 2 weeks, sometimes 2-3 weeks. It takes sometimes for the mail. But no, this is they should win this game. I didn't realize how much Nebraska. They've lost 4 in a row, all by double figures. They are in free fall. They're 5-9 in the Big Ten, and I think I read where somebody has them still on the NCAA bubble at 5-9 in conference play. That's ridiculous.
Well,
I will be very surprised.
Only because they're 16-9 overall.
But they're not. At this rate, they're not going to make the tournament. And
no.
I will be surprised if Iowa loses this game. I just don't think Nebraska has the firepower to beat them.
They don't have the horses in the middle either. We'll own the paint, and if we do that, we're going to beat them. Britt Prince is great, but she can't do it herself.
She had 27 points and 4 steals in the last game, and Iowa still beat them by 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would be surprised. This would be a bad loss for Iowa.
Yes,
if they
it
lose
would.
This game.
Yes, it would.
So, but a little over an hour. They're warming up right now. I wonder how many people. Do most people get the day off today? Are most people not working?
Well, I don't know about most people.
I know Hunter doesn't get the day off.
I think it's approximately 25% of the workforce has this day off.
Hunter,
I read that.
Hunter, did you think about asking for today off? He said never.
No.
Hey, Hunter just had days off.
What would you have said if he would have asked you to take the President's Day off in honor of our great country.
Just like that coach. Just like,
you would have ripped him?
No.
But okay, so
he don't listen. Him and really all of them. I mean, they really don't take. Molly on occasion, Tommy on rare occasion. Jim,
so that's your motto, Casey. We don't take days off. Is that kind of your motto?
They really don't.
We don't take days off. The KCJJ motto.
I think Molly takes off maybe a week or two.
Yeah, she does.
And
now he
I on the other
what about
hand,
him?
Yeah,
I on the other hand make up for all these people that want to hang out here.
You got Marco Polo over here. I mean,
Magellan.
Yeah, I mean.
True. I do like to travel.
Well,
my blushing bride likes to travel.
We've
We
been
like
here
to travel
for
together.
34 years now. So
I hate traveling.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, part of the reason I hate it is because I had to do it so much.
Yeah.
I didn't have to. No, it's like the press citizen was forcing me to. I mean, it was my job. I get it, but I just. And a lot of that through my job I've seen. I mean, I've been to most of the big cities and whatever, but yeah, I just traveling.
That's real interesting to me because after we got off the road with the band, people would ask me, "Well, don't you miss it?" And I really didn't. What I missed was the travel.
Oh,
was going to different places.
See, I would have been
different things.
If I was a band member. I would have been one of those guys. Come on, do we have to do that show? Come on, let's go home.
Well, it's hard.
I would have been the John Bonham.
Crap.
I would have been the John Bonham of Landslide. Hopefully, I wouldn't have drank myself to death.
Yes, you would have.
They were driving.
You would have thought, hey, I could outdo Bonham.
Driving through North Dakota in a tour bus. Oh God, I couldn't have.
How about South Dakota?
With South Dakota. Yeah, with the Lundstroms.
No, I mean, I didn't have to really set up anything, but get all the arrangements done for these bands when I had to do promotion, and I got sick of it.
Yeah.
Well, I've read a lot of stuff about bands where one of the biggest drawbacks is some of the members hate traveling.
Yeah.
They just don't like being out on the road.
You have to do that.
You got to do it. I get it.
Progress
you have to.
Well, if you're the Rolling Stones now and you got a company that actually moves you and you just show up.
Yes. I mean, when I say
most bands have to.
And I'm not knocking the Press Citizen, but I didn't have the most convenient flight plans. I mean, obviously they went for cheaper stuff, so I'd be at the airport at 5:15 a.m. or even earlier than that, and for flights because they were always cheaper. I get all that stuff, so maybe that's part of why I've got a bad taste of traveling just because of how I had to do it. But in fairness to the Press Citizen, they were paying for everything, so more power to them. That was their right to tell me when I would travel. But I rarely had many flights where I flew out at 11 and landed at 3 and was in my hotel by 5. It just didn't work that way.
You had a lot of
layovers.
Yeah.
Tons of layovers and stuff like that. I just did that for years, and it just took the life out of me.
Yeah, I remember. I remember talking to Suckermill, and he was talking.
He didn't travel much.
Yeah, well, he didn't come out here either.
Well, he never really. He traveled a few times. I remember he went. I think it was my dad's 80th birthday when Iowa lost to Northwestern State up in Detroit.
Oh God!
And I didn't go to that one. He went with Susan Harmon instead of me. And you weren't at that, were you?
No, we were in Florida at the time.
All right.
The bartender was setting up to pour a bunch of shots for everybody watching the game to celebrate the Iowa victory.
Well, it didn't happen.
No, and we didn't drink the shots.
Didn't that ball, the winning shot from the baseline, did it hit the rim once before it went in, or was it? It wasn't a swish, was it?
Oh, I
remember it was from the baseline.
I'm not positive.
I remember it was from the baseline, and I remember thinking, God, this is probably going to go in, and it did. And then next thing you know, the season was over. Just boom, like that. A season that had that was a good team.
It was a real good team.
25-9. Yeah, it was just that team. I thought was going to go. I thought that was the team that was going to get to the Sweet 16.
And they didn't.
And back then, the Sweet 16 thing wasn't near as big of a narrative because it had only been 5 or 6 years, so we didn't talk about it as much. But yeah, no, that was a tough one. That was kind of the modern day Pembroke Burroughs, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah.
But it's not as modern either. It's been 20 years.
God, has it really?
2006. Yeah. 20 years.
Wow.
I mean, guys, that was Adams' junior year. Adams now, I mean, he's not old and crusty like us, but he's getting there. He's in his early 40s.
He's grizzled.
You know?
Yeah, he's
Adam, you're grizzled. Admit it.
I've seen him. He's grizzled.
All right, we'll give him grizzled. But he still has a lot of life ahead of him, whereas us, you know.
Well, not quite so much.
Not quite so much.
This is true.
Yeah. I'm not the light at the end. It's either the sunlight or
Well,
it's the tunnel.
And see, when Adam calls
Whatever.
in, I got to call Adam this week about we cling to his youth. That's why I tell him that we get energy from the youth that he provides us. But yeah, I'll text him to try to set up a time to.
Maybe Wednesday would be perfect.
It all basically just depends on
Yeah.
his schedule. I mean, I should have texted. I just kind of forgot to text him this week. I'll text him today and see about Wednesday or Friday.
Because both the men and women have key games against
This
Nebraska.
is like I said, these are two big games. Obviously, the men face a much tougher challenge, but like I said, I think the men have a better chance of beating Nebraska than they do Wisconsin. That Nick Boyd has really made a difference for Wisconsin. He's really good. I remember.
Been a surprise.
This is his third team. He started, was it Florida Gulf Coast? Then he was at San Diego State. I mean, he is a really good player, and he was good everywhere he's been. And then, of course, that Trevor Winter. He's
been there forever.
But he's a perfect Wisconsin player, developmental player. He's gotten a little bit better every year. Now, the other night, I think he had 31 points.
Now, he looked terrible when he was a freshman, but
now
he got better. As you just said, he got better.
Wisconsin basketball is sort of like Iowa football in some ways. You know it? I mean, you used to be able to say that about Wisconsin football, but they're not very good right now. But Wisconsin basketball, just every year, they figure out a way to make it work.
And it's annoying.
Well, yeah, I mean, for Iowa fans, it's annoying. And I'm sure Wisconsin fans are probably annoyed by Iowa football now, just like
I'm sure
Iowa.
they are.
Remember how annoyed you were about Wisconsin football when Barry
Yes.
and all that stuff was going on?
Yes.
But those days right now are gone, and we'll see. I haven't seen any proof that anything drastic changing anytime soon.
No, and I did see where they didn't give him an automatic rollover in his contract.
Which is a sign of saying you got to show us something.
Yeah, and
you just
fair
got to
enough.
show us. We need to see some life here. I don't know who their quarterback's going to be next year. I haven't been following it. I don't know. Did they add anyone for the?
They did.
Because didn't Billy Edwards go somewhere else? Now?
Yes, they added some guy who looks on paper like he's going to be good, but I can't remember his name.
But you remember what school he was
No,
from?
not at all.
I mean, Billy Edwards. It's interesting why he didn't stick around. I mean, that's the whole thing though with these quarterbacks going all over the place. But not Iowa. Iowa is sticking with what they have. And to me, I've said it, that's a concern.
Yeah.
But that's not the same as being critical. I'm not saying these guys can't do it. I'm just saying we don't know.
They could be great.
Yeah. No, there's
But
way
I'm
more
very concerned about
There's
it.
way more concerns about 2026 Iowa football than there was 2025 on paper.
For
Actually, this is probably the most they've had to rebuild in a while. I mean, 9 starters on defense, quarterback. There's a lot of significant punter, kicker. There are a lot of significant positions. This is going to be an interesting test on how Kirk can still do it at this stage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a tough challenge.
There's radio stations in Wisconsin that are challenging what they have to pay now for the rights to the games, challenging Learfield.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you think they pay more than what Iowa? What you guys?
No, but for some reason they think with how they're
maybe it's a tougher sell for their sales staff.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
You mean for football?
Too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, their football. They haven't Wisconsin hasn't been good for a while, and they're boring to watch. It's not a very good product right now.
No, it isn't.
It really isn't. I mean, Wisconsin. I mean, Hayden kind of went through that stretch from like 92 to 94, 92, 93, 94. That's kind of where Wisconsin is right now.
Yeah.
And so it'll be interesting. I'm not convinced Fickle's going to get it done.
I don't think you will either, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just not convinced the pieces are in place for him to get it done, and that Barry Alvarez, as it turns out, was a great coach.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't deny it. He was a great coach. That's what it took for Wisconsin to get back to life. It took a great coach. And so we'll see. Like I said, it can change in a hurry at places like Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan State. You saw how quickly Michigan State.
Yep.
I mean, and I'm not convinced Pat Fitzgerald's going to get it done there either. I'm just not
we don't
convinced.
know.
Yeah, I mean, some hires you just know they're going to work out. Now, the Cignetti one, that's just in a completely different atmosphere, stratosphere. You can't even. Well, I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again.
So you think they make the playoffs again this year?
No, I'm not. It's funny you say that. I went to Walmart yesterday because
You've been getting out and about.
I wanted more abuse. No, I wanted to find cheaper shoelaces, and and there was something else. But it was just climbing with people. But when I was leaving, the greeter, big guy, comes up to me and says, "Mr. Harty." And I'm like, oh, God. When I got my receipt with my shoe, and he's like, then he goes, please tell me one thing. Why is everyone picking Indiana? And, he goes, they lose their quarter. He named off all their losses. And I waited for him to get down. I go, have you seen what they've added from the portal? And he's like, I go, they got a great quarterback from TCU. I go, have you heard of Nick Marsh? He's like, yeah. He goes, he's at Indiana now? I'm like, yeah. And I named off 3. He goes, all right. I go, their recruiting class they got coming in is really good. And then I go, but they're not going to finish 16-0. I don't pick them to win the national title again. Of course, I'm not going to go there. As far as saying they won't make the playoff, I'm not going to go there either because right now, I mean, he's just been able to do everything that's been put in front of him. So I'm not going to sell him short now.
Okay, so the next question then. What if in Indiana goes 9-3 in the regular season, does not make the playoffs? Do their fans are they jaded already?
They can't. I don't think they would. They can't be that stupid. No, if they go 9-3 and then win a bowl game and go 10-3 or whatever, no, I don't think there's some maybe just idiots, but no, you got to be realistic about it. Now, if they go 5-7 or something, gee, that sucks. But you still, that doesn't mean you don't appreciate what they just did 2 years ago. But I think they're going to win anywhere from 9 to 12 games would be my guess.
And if they go 5-7, the fans are going to be able to hear it was great while it lasted.
Yeah, and some will overreact, but I don't think they're going to go 5-7. They just have too many good pieces, and he's just too good of a coach. I mean, Nick Marsh is as good as any wide receiver out there, and he's at Indiana now. I mean, he was the best player for Michigan. He was wasted up there, and the Hoover kid, the quarterback, I've seen him play. He's good. I mean, to me, he's even a little more mobile than Mendoza, although Mendoza turned out to be way more mobile than I thought. But he just makes the right picks. He must think that I think his name's Josh Hoover. I saw him play for
that's right.
TCU, and when I watched him, I'm like, this guy's pretty good. I mean, he's a pretty good. But then he also added a couple really good edge rushers, which they need, and these are experienced Power 4 edge rushers that were stars. I mean, that's the difference. I'm not knocking Iowa. Iowa went to lower division schools to get their guys. Indiana just picked out their guys from all the different Power 4 guys that were out there, kind of like what Ohio State and Alabama and those schools do. Indiana's now doing that.
Yep.
That's how quickly things have changed.
Mark Cuban, here's my checkbook. Do what
that
you
helped.
need.
Yeah, that helped.
Yep.
Now, Iowa doesn't have a Mark Cuban.
No.
I can't think of any. I mean,
I still don't understand that.
Understand what?
Why we don't have a Mark Cuban or somebody like him. I don't get it.
Well, because we don't have any billionaires that are
willing.
fans, evidently.
Well,
yeah, and there aren't a lot of Mark Cubans either. I mean, he's pretty unique on himself.
But I mean,
didn't he start broadcast.com or something like? He created that business when he was in Indiana, and it just. But yeah, I mean, Iowa used to have John Papajohn and Bill Jacobson, those guys, but they're dead. They haven't replaced them.
And Papa John gave most of his money to the College of Business.
He did. He did give some to. Now he also gave I told you the $100 bill story. My sister lived next door to John Papajohn for years, and in Des Moines. And one time my niece had to babysit for their grandkid, and for an hour. And he gave her a $100 bill, and my sister's like, "You can't take this." So she goes back. He's like, "Halen, it's all I have. Just take it." So she took it.
Oh my God, I'd take it. Is this it?
I think that's a neat story.
Is this you're John Papajohn and I get one bill?
I never really had. My sister said that he was a really nice person to live next. Not
I have heard
pretentious or
that.
anything.
Yeah.
And he had these really weird sculptures in his front yard, big, huge. Now they're all downtown. They moved them downtown.
And it's really cool.
Yeah, those used to be in right next door to my sister's house. Buddy used to go over and pee on them sometimes. My sister's like, "Get him out of there." He'd go over there and pee, and he'd bark at him because one of them looked like almost like a big gargoyle, and Buddy would go and bark at him. Dakota would try to attack him.
It's like the Carvers in Muscatine. You couldn't. I mean, Lucille Carver was just the nicest.
But
woman.
we're not replacing those people.
Yeah.
I mean we don't have people like my age. There is no guy in his early 60s, late 50s. That's the equivalent of what John Papajohn was, or Bill Jacobson. Is that his name? Was it Bill? Dick Jacobson.
Okay.
I think Richard Jacobson, because he gave a lot of money too, and of course, the Iowa Football Complex. That's Stu and Lenore Hansen. He was a big auto dealership guy. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on as far as the billionaire Iowa. Now were Jacobson and Pop, were they billionaires or were they just multi-millionaires?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if they were billionaires. Maybe
Papa John gave an awful lot of money.
Oh, he did. No, he didn't. I think he only had one kid. He had a daughter. I know she lived out in Connecticut, and that's who my niece was babysitting her kid that day. That was years ago. That was like 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah. Giving out $100 bill to your babysitter, it's all I have.
But those sculptures were those were wild. I mean, I'd look over next door and I'd be like, man, those things are creepy. They were kind of creepy.
The sculpture garden's pretty cool.
It is. And he donated all that stuff. I mean, he was a venture capitalist with a big heart.
Yep.
Billionaire.
Was he a billionaire?
Yeah.
What did it say? What did it say he was worth at the time of his death?
3.4.
Okay.
3.4 billion.
Think about that though. In the billionaire scheme of things, that's pretty small.
Yeah.
You know. What's Elon worth now? The last I checked, isn't he approaching trillion?
Yeah.
God.
Here it says. He built a fortune of at least $200 million after founding a financial consulting firm, Equity Dynamics.
No, he was a genius businessman. I mean,
clearly
he took over companies, built them back up, and sold them for profit. That's what he did. But yeah, he did give a lot to the academic side of things, and hey, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I mean,
somebody cleaned up the poop in his yard, and he gave him $340 just for cleaning up the poop.
Well, I should have told that to my niece.
That's no.
But no, my brother-in-law and sister always never said. They said he was just a very, very nice people to live next to. You know, they just happen to be pretty famous. You know, John Papajohn.
Okay, now, how weird is this? The baseball team has its first home game tomorrow.
Well, it's got the weather.
Isn't that weird, though?
Is it? Oh, I thought it was first February 24th.
No, they moved.
They moved it up. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's going to be 63 tomorrow
against Wisconsin Platteville.
Yeah, then don't they also have a game on the 24th against Wartburg?
I
thought that was originally their first home game, but no, since I think Rick saw this weather, that's a good thing to do.
24th is good.
Now, I'm not going to be able to cover it because there's also a basketball game. So, but no, that's tomorrow. You could play baseball. Today would be perfect baseball weather almost.
It's just weird when you look at the calendar and
it's
it says
February 16th.
Yes.
I mean, it could be 5 below. We've had some miserable February weather in the past.
No, we had
cold,
snow
miserable.
2 or 3 years ago. It came up on my.
Some of our remember that I brought this up before when Lakota was dying back in 19. That February was one of the coldest Februaries. I mean, we're talking that's when it was like 25 below every night. We had that stretch of like 10 days. It was brutal. That was February. So
the 24th, according to Weather Bureau, it will be.
Last time you looked it up, 40s.
51.
Well, you can play baseball.
24th.
You can easily play baseball.
Easily.
So yeah, I wonder. I mean, do you think we're going to get any more serious snow before? Or are we done? Because we've only got 12 days left in February. Then we're into March. You think we got another?
Yes.
You think there's going to be another 6-7 inches of snow?
Oh yeah, bad, terrible.
Okay, so listen to KCJJ.
You listen.
Make sure you never stop listening to KCJJ in case it happens.
No, I would say that we'll get snow, but not.
The worst is over.
Yeah.
It's weird saying that in February, because usually we can't say that. But we also earned it. January was brutal, guys. That was one of the coldest Januaries I remember. No, I get you, but we're further along now. We're And you just read the forecast for the next week. It's going to be in the 50s.
Climate change.
Then we're almost into March. Now, March has been bad at times, but March ain't like January.
No.
Think Rick will try to schedule some more games here in the next week?
Well,
just to get in for the weather?
You can only do so many. Remember, you got arms you got to protect as far as pitching. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
true.
winning yesterday 21-13, I'm sure they used a few arms. That thing was just a slugfest. Northeastern was up 6-1, and I'm like, oh God, here we go again. And then so they ended up winning 2 out of 3 games down there. They won 4-3 over Air Force, and that's where your son teaches, right? Is he okay with that
Air
loss?
Force Academy.
Did you tease him
Said
about
he
the
was
loss?
just fine.
He's okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So they won 2 out of 3. Now they got pounded by Kansas State, but no, and yeah, tomorrow it'll be interesting to see how many people show up. What time's the game start tomorrow? Does it say?
I'm looking right now. It says 3:05.
Parking's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
There won't be a lot of parking. I mean, there really won't be. I guess
No.
the ramps, but those are usually
Pretty full.
semi-full on a work day, so we'll see.
And that big ramp across from Carver isn't anywhere close to being
God,
ready.
though, is it just going to be massive?
Oh, my God.
It looks like the biggest parking ramp in the world.
Well, isn't it going to be like 1,200
And
cars?
isn't it crazy when you look at what it takes to the
Unbelievable.
people that can do that stuff? I mean, I look at that and I'm like, good God, and here I am getting ready to write a freaking sports story. You know, I mean, seriously. And those people are building a parking ramp and just everything that it entails, everything that it involves, all the thinking, the building, it's incredible.
And Taylor McCabe would understand every step of the way.
Is that what she does?
Well, she wants to build skyscrapers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this was that thing. You probably haven't been over there for a while, but it's amazing how big that construction area is.
It's incredible.
It's amazing how they do. You know, it's like the Extreme Arena. That when we were there, it's such a small space, and now you look at it and you go inside of it, and you can't believe.
I know.
No, that was a nice.
How much space
No,
there is.
architecture's
and what's going
incredible.
on.
What we're capable of doing. But
Yeah.
that when I was walking up to the game the other day, I just looked over there. I'm like, man, look at that.
And how long has that construction been going on? A year?
Probably.
And there is nothing above ground yet. It's all infrastructure.
But that's
down
the
below.
key. That's the foundation. That's the
Oh, yeah,
important
I
stuff.
know.
Yeah, my guess is that's the harder stuff. But yeah, it's amazing what it involves. Now, I will say, not to rain on the parade, I will kind of miss. I mean, nothing against parking ramps, but they're not the most attractive look. You know what I mean?
No, they're not.
I mean, it's basically Kinnick and Carver now are just surrounded by a bunch of parking ramps, and that's just kind of, I don't know. I would rather have open space.
Open space
And then you
or
gotta
restaurants and stuff.
And you
so
got to
be-
walk, and then people bitch about walking.
People bitch about walking. I get you. I get you. Yeah, it's too bad they don't have a way of having a bunch of little food outlets within blocks.
And that would be fun. It is too bad.
Well, that's why the people say, well, they got to build downtown. Remember that argument? I mean, and I don't think people ever realize
Well,
how much
yeah.
space it would take. You'd have to wipe out there would be no downtown just for Carver. They'd have to wipe out most of those 3 or 4 blocks.
They don't
get it.
No, they don't get it, and they don't think about it.
Yeah,
They
because it would.
just say it.
We've talked about that before. I actually wrote a column about it. I can't remember if I talked to a real estate somebody. They said with the size of Carver and everything that you need, if you took that in downtown, you'd wipe out the entire downtown. No, at least 3 or 4 blocks.
Well,
there'd be nothing left of it.
People were going, well, why don't they just tear down Old Capitol? Well,
why would you want to do that?
Well, besides that, what would that's
that's
give
not
you
very
enough
much space
for a line to Carver call.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Yeah, seriously, there's just not enough room. I still say, and people will disagree because it's so far from campus, I still think they missed a shot going
Out
west.
west?
Out west. The argument is, well, that's so far. The students would go if there was easy transportation, which there would be in that, and if they were good. Students will find ways to get there if the teams are good.
Boy, and it's too bad going back to the game Saturday. You know, at the start of that game, the students were doing that.
They were on fire, man. It was highly
was
energized.
ready.
Everything was there. That's my story was. The circumstance had to be what Ben McCollum envisioned when he took over the Iowa job. Full house, fans ready to go, ready to do their part. But then, unfortunately, the game started and it all unraveled from that point on. That was my game story because it just once the game started, the fun was over. And there were some times where it was lifeless in there.
It was.
You could hear the sneakers screeching on the wood floor. I mean, that's because Purdue sucked the life out of them. Then at the end there, I'm sure you didn't like it when the Purdue fans started doing their little chant.
Didn't like it.
But they had earned it. Kind of reminded me of when Illinois did that. Remember when Illinois, though,
Yes.
they pulled a surprise, though, didn't they?
They were a bunch of a-holes.
Did you handle it well when it was going on?
No.
Did Ann have to hold you back from going over there?
I had to hold her back.
Oh, okay. But they played a game, though, didn't they? Right before the game started, they all took off,
Yes.
and they were all
Yep.
dressed in orange. Yeah, and that became a big part of it. And didn't they end up winning that game, too?
Yes.
Okay. I watched their game. They played Indiana, and I assume they ended up winning. I was watching part of it. Did they?
71-51.
Yeah, Indiana, other than Lamar Wilkerson, they did not look very. I'm still not convinced Indiana's very good.
They are.
I still don't think they're very good. I don't think they're an NCAA team. Although if they're 500, they're going to get in. And
Well,
right now, I think they're 8-7.
They are 8-7 and 17-9 overall. So
that would get them in. If
they're bubblicious.
That'd probably be on the right side of the bubble, with more wins and losses in conference play. But
Of course, right now there are 10 Big Ten teams that are above 500 in the conference.
and they'll all get in.
Yeah,
if
that's
if
right.
the season ends that way, they will all get in, and I guess deservedly so. But when you think about that, though, Tom, that's barely half the conference.
And then you have USC at 7-7 in the conference.
My guess is they would get
But
in.
they're 18-7.
They'd get in. I wouldn't be surprised if the Big Ten has 11 teams in the tournament. And USC, if they're around 500 with their overall record, they'll probably get in. And USC's the kind of team, too, that could surprise you and win a couple games. They got really good, experienced ball handler guards. I mean, what's his name? The Cam Jones that shredded Iowa. He's good.
Oh, he did.
And guys like that play well in the tournaments, too, oftentimes, because guards, they say, win NCAA tournaments. So, but no, like I said, I'm not ready to panic with Iowa men's basketball. They've just hit a tough stretch, but they got to fight their way out of it. And right now, when you lose at Minnesota and you lose at Maryland, your margin for error in these next 3 games, or the 3-game stretch they're in right now, is much thinner.
They've got to win some games.
They got to win some games. I mean, now if they would have won those other 2 games, we wouldn't be in this.
No.
They'd have so much more cushion, but they didn't. And
I mean, think of about it. A week ago, we were in the midst of a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah.
And everything felt pretty darn good. And then a 2-game losing skid, and now it's people are on the ledge.
No, you just got to take it more one day.
Yeah.
I hate to sound like a coach, but that's just how people are.
Yeah.
And everything is made even worse by social media because people can get on there right away. This is ridiculous and what have you. But no, I'm not ready to say that this season's unraveling.
Oh, by no
now,
means.
if they lose these next 2 games, they've got some problems.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that could happen. But even if they did, they'd be 8-8 and 18-9. It would hardly be the season's over. There's still a very good chance of making the NCAA tournament, even if they lose these next 2 games.
And we could.
But they got to start showing that they can beat some good teams. I mean, what's their best win this year?
At Indiana, probably.
Yeah, they were really good that game. Indiana kind of did in that game what Iowa did against Purdue. Indiana never really fired a shot.
No,
in that
they
game.
didn't.
That was probably their best game. I mean, because
I think so.
Grand Canyon's not that good. Old Miss is okay.
No.
I mean, who else have they beaten in the Big Ten?
Well, let's see. UCLA.
Well, they're 9-4, but they just Michigan beat them by 30.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Michigan's 14-1 in Big Ten play. He has done a hell of a job there.
Boy, the Michigan men and the Michigan women are 2 of the best teams.
Yeah, they really.
It's incredible.
They are. And Michigan State, they've kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. I saw they lost again yesterday, I think.
Both the men and the women have dropped some.
Yeah, the Michigan State men. What's their most recent game? What'd they do?
Let's see. They
lost at Wisconsin. It wasn't even competitive. Didn't Wisconsin beat them by like 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. It was not even competitive. It never felt like Michigan State had a chance to win that game. That's my concern with Iowa.
Michigan State didn't have a conference game this weekend, but were they the ones that had a non-conference game?
No, I
didn't even write
Ohio
it down.
State lost at Virginia.
Oh, that was it.
Lost to Virginia in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was a close game. I mean, man.
What an interesting time to have a.
And Ohio State's another one.
that.
They're 8-6. They're in the tournament right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you that Bruce Thornton played his ass off. I mean, that guy plays that point guard for Ohio State.
Yeah.
He plays so hard.
He does.
But he had a chance to either tie the game late, and he got his shot blocked in the lane. But Virginia, I think they're 22-3. They're a good team. I forgot they have a new head coach. It's Dave Odom's son is their head coach now. And because remember, Tony Bennett quit a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think he had just had enough. He won his national title and he moved on.
And he didn't want to play the NIL game, evidently. Huh?
Yeah, and I could see why some coaches wouldn't want to play the NIL game. I'm surprised Kirk is playing it as willingly.
It's almost like he's enjoying it.
Yeah, and I did not see that coming. I really did not see that side of him. But hey, more power to him, showing he can be flexible.
Yeah.
Now we'll see if it works. This is going to be a real test on their NIL ability this coming season because they're relying on these 16 guys to come in, and I think they want them all to play. I don't think and they've all got multiple years. I get that, other than a couple, but they're expecting these safeties to come in and play.
Well, if they don't, then we're going to have some problems.
Yeah. So we'll see. Now, I don't have as high as expectations this year as I did. I had them going 9-3 this past year. I'm probably going to go 8-4, 7-5 right now, just based on so many uncertainties.
Well, I would like to think that we're going to win our first three for sure, and then we have the gauntlet with at Michigan.
I could easily see them 3-3 after 6 games.
Yeah, we could, but if we're not, then right after the 3-game gauntlet, it's Big Ten West.
Yeah, I don't. But yeah, I'm just saying though. But Iowa's got so many holes to fill. I don't know. There were times when it was the Big Ten West when Iowa wasn't the best team in the Big Ten West. And
That's true.
This is going to be an interesting test for Kirk's ability to rebuild in this age. Probably the biggest he's faced because there's just 9 starters on defense, guys. Punter, kicker, return specialist, quarterback, 3 stars on the offensive line. There's a ton of holes that need to be filled.
Yeah, and our new special teams coach, too.
Yeah.
Everything's brand new there.
So, no, this is going to be and when I say 7-5, let's say they are 3-3 after 6. To go 7-5 after 3-3, that means you got to go, 4-2? That's not going to be easy.
No.
So I do think they're going to beat Iowa State. I think Iowa State's going to have maybe this guy will prove us all wrong, but from reading the players they've signed and how many they've lost, I just think they're in for a rough year next year.
I think so, too, and I think Penn State's in for a pretty good year.
Yeah, Penn State's got a very favorable schedule, and they've got Iowa State's best players.
Yeah.
Most of their Iowa State's best players.
And some of Penn State's best players.
That's going to be weird watching Rocco Beck play quarterback for Penn State, isn't it?
If he wins the job, yeah.
I'm assuming, Grunkmeyer's already transferred. I'm guessing.
Oh, where'd he go?
Virginia Tech. I'm guessing.
That's right.
I'm guessing that Rocco's there because he knows he's going to win the job, and Grunkmeyer saw that coming too, so he left.
Going with my old coach.
And then they've got Ben Bramers. The Bacon kids. So many of the Iowa State players went out to. It's just going to be a weird dynamic, but that's the age we live in now. No Karn today.
No.
Karn sending a statement.
Yeah, go to hell.
Go to hell with your Hawk Fanatic nonsense. She usually doesn't call in on Wednesday because she's with God on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
You think she's with God today?
She's with God every day,
Karn's
Pat.
with God every day. You're right.
Oh,
You're right. You've got 35 minutes till tip-off. You getting fired up,
isn't
Captain?
that crazy?
Oh, wait, you don't have a TV.
Well, hopefully I
You're
can unplug
convinced you're going to fix it when you get home.
Yes, I'm convinced I'm going to do
Did
that.
you tell Jan to unplug it?
Well, Jan can't.
Well, the person with her, can they?
They just left.
Okay, but you'd rather have you mess with it, right? Cause,
yeah, I'm not having. Yeah.
So what do you
She's
think it
got
is?
Somebody with her, but
what do you think it is?
I think I've been screwed, and between that, the transmitter and the power here,
but isn't your TV relatively new?
How old have I? Is it 2 or 3 years?
2 or 3.
Yeah, so that's just weird that maybe there's just something.
I had a Samsung that died before
I remember you
it
telling
was
me
4.
And mine's right now is 17.
Yeah.
My Samsung in my living room, and I leave it on all night, every night. So do you think there's maybe something that got disconnected or something?
If I unplug it and then wait 30 seconds and put it back in and it works.
Yeah, I used to have to do that with MediaCom. I've never really had. I'm now YouTube a couple times. but it never went black. It would just go gray and buffer.
See, that's
the black thing. I've never.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. I did see that a couple times with MediaCom.
I talked to Geek Squad, and they said once you go black.
You said it earlier for a laugh. Okay.
I liked them both times.
Both times. You got a laugh from Suter both times, Captain. Trying to think.
I didn't have to figure out how to work it in. You just went right there and okay.
Iowa softball won all 4 of its games at the tournament in Macon. And what's his name? Ryan Johnson, the thrower for Iowa track. He ended up winning another event. I'm going to have to give him consideration for Athlete of the Week. And last week it was easy to pick the Athlete of the Week because it was Bennett Sturtz. This week's going to be a little harder.
Yeah.
And the women only played 1 game during this stretch. Baseball, I have to look at baseball and softball, and I'm going to go do that this afternoon because we always update our Athlete of the Week on Monday afternoons. So, but I don't think there'll be anyone from Iowa basketball.
Sure wouldn't think so.
No. Again, what game disappointed you more, the Maryland game or the Purdue game? For me, it's the Maryland game.
I didn't expect us to win Saturday.
I didn't expect them to beat Purdue, but I did expect them to be competitive. I just thought that they were going to beat Maryland.
And I expected us to win Maryland.
And they got beat. It's not like Maryland won on the last second shot.
No.
They won by 7.
No, I should never do that. And Big Ten games are all hard to win.
You're right, and I often need to be reminded of that. But that being said, Maryland's not very good.
No, they're not.
I don't think Wisconsin goes to Maryland and loses.
I mean, we thrashed Maryland with
Pharrell Payne.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that was just and it just makes me wonder if that was the sign of, hey guys, this offense has got some issues. Teams have figured out how to defend Iowa, and now it's up to Iowa to figure out how to adjust to that. That's where we are right now.
That's right.
So, and he will. I mean, I'm not worried about it. I mean, he's like he said, he loves to use the word fight, and he's a fighter. They'll figure something out. Do I think they're going to win the Big Ten tournament? No. I mean, but I still think they're going to make the NCAA tournament, both the men and women.
Yep.
Some guys in the chat room. One of my TVs doesn't work, but it's a 1957 Sylvania.
I remember Sylvania and Zenith. Remember Zenith?
Oh, yeah.
We had a Zenith.
Yeah.
I remember we had a
Those
Zenith.
damn things ran forever.
I think we had a Zenith that did run forever.
Yeah, they really
we
did.
had RCAs, I think.
We had an RCA.
Which
Our
ran
Zenith,
forever.
Are Zenith even around anymore?
Don't think so.
I don't. Somebody might have bought the name.
Everything was better back in the old days. I know I sound like an old man yelling at the clouds, but I've had people hear me talk about the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I've had people email me say, keep that thing as long as you want. I'm on my 5th one in the last 16 years.
I got a Norge, and it's still running.
Well, I get people telling me that their refrigerators break down all the time.
I
haven't. I've never had one break down. Have you ever had a refrigerator?
Mine, going on, I think it's 18th year.
Yeah, mine.
And it's
mine
a workhorse.
since we had the house.
Well, I've been in the house 17 years, and it looked old when I moved in.
No, it's maybe 15 years.
What brand is yours?
I think it's a Maytag.
That's what mine is.
I thought it was
Whirlpool.
Okay,
I thought it was Whirlpool, but
those
I
are the
believe
two
it's
best.
Maytag.
But Whirlpool is a Maytag.
I know.
Yeah, like I told you, my mom and my dad, they always say Maytag Whirlpool. That's where you.
My grandmother did have a Norge, so
I don't even know what that is. Sounds like something you get on your foot.
Hello.
Hello. I thought I'd make an appearance.
Carn, late
We were
Carn.
worried about you.
I had to take my car in, but so I won't have it for today. I wanted to go to the baseball game, but I have a friend that'll take me to the basketball game, so I'll have to skip the baseball game.
All right. Well, you got to make decisions.
You're talking about
Unless I can
tomorrow.
walk that far.
You're talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, the baseball game's tomorrow.
The what?
Baseball game.
Yeah, the basketball game's tomorrow. It's not today.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm not going to have the car for tomorrow.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
well, Tom will come and get you.
I'll order you an Uber.
Yeah. Well,
20
it's going to be rough to be parking over there. I usually find a spot, but you have to go early.
Yeah.
So you're spending your whole day over there, and then after that's through, then you'd have to go and find a place for basketball.
Can't you just use the same spot for both?
No, well, yeah, that's a little far for me to walk.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm older than dirt.
Okay. All right.
So, and anyway, what did you think the women are going to do today? You think they'll win?
I believe so.
I think they're going to win by 8 to 15 points.
Oh, okay.
Sign me up,
All right,
buddy.
we'll take you up on it.
You bet.
But I'm wrong a lot
Well,
with
you
my
guys
predictions.
have a good day.
All right,
All
Karen.
right, thanks, Karen.
I am wrong a
Bye.
lot with my predictions. I just am.
I think that's
Yeah,
probably what's going to happen.
I just want to, if they're as good as I think they are, they have no business. I don't care if it's in Lincoln. Nebraska is not what they've been recently. This is not a very good team.
Okay. Before we leave, do I get the TV to work or not, Tom?
I think you will.
I'm going to give you a yes.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a yes.
Technology and you have a surprisingly good handle on it.
I'm going to
So
do
what?
is unplug it and play.
Just so I know what's going on, Jan texted you. She
Yeah.
was just watching, and all of a sudden it just went black, just right in front of her, just faded to
She
black.
tried to turn it on, it
Oh.
came on, and then it went black.
Oh,
before
okay.
she could do anything.
That is weird, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Good luck, Captain. Good luck.
Good luck to you.
If
We're all
not,
counting on you.
If not, I got YouTube on my phone.
Well, that's true.
And
Don't you have another TV?
I just got to hold it up like this.
Don't you have another TV?
It's upstairs, and
yeah.
Well, we
Can't you bring it down?
No, actually.
Call Hunter. Hunter, you ready to move a TV? Well, Hunter said no.
Well,
He's
we'll be talking about that, Hunter.
All right, well, everybody enjoy the nice, great weather. This is really unbelievable weather, and yeah, the women here in 25 minutes.
Well, it's incredible. So go Hawks, and go Hawks tomorrow. Go Hawks every day. Molly Suter is next. HawkFanatic.com. Check it out. It's free.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.